Questions for Troy.
Yes, I have so many. I'm like,
You should. Did you see this season?
I got to talk.
Okay.
I didn't want to watch it to ruin my experience.
Fair enough. I respect that. I respect that.
I'm afraid that I might be spoilery.
That's real. I've had to check in with a lot of people out here to make sure I'm not spoiling stuff for people.
I'm excited though. I love last season.
You should.
I love what your character goes through, his evolution and devolution, really.
Both.
Yeah. So will we see, because of the arrest, a change in him?
Oh, absolutely. I think there's no going back from experiencing something so traumatic, especially as a black man getting arrested. I don't care for what the offense is, it changes you. The shattering of the window for Troy the door was really symbolic of what's going on with him internally, but also how others perceive him. He's no longer the picture perfect, the golden boy. And those ramifications really manifest themselves, and it's interesting to see how Troy deals with that this season. He goes off the deep end, and yeah, you should be excited, for sure.
This season we see a lot of darker themes. They told us the writers will give us a darker version of you guys. What kind of hidden demons? Because we saw his demons last season. Will we see even go more extreme?
Yeah, we dive a little deeper into those demons in a sense. He's kind of in this interesting place where it's like, I'm no longer the golden boy, but I also don't really know what I want to do. So let me in this interim kind of enjoy myself and really, dive into these indulgences. So the women, the drinking increase, but the good thing is not without consequence. Yeah.
Well, speaking of women, him and Coco, they had a horrible falling out at the end with her leaving him behind.
Yeah.
Will
Coco. Strong.
Will we see their relationship kind of go through a revolution?
Ooh, it's probably one of my favorite episodes of this season, Coco's episode, because it involves Troy in a very kind of, I'm trying not to spoil anything, just a very serious situation, you know what I mean? And what Coco decides to do or doesn't decide to do is going to be very interesting going forward with Troy finding out or not finding out. So yeah, it's a heartbreaking episode. It is, yeah.
In the trailer, we see Troy getting closer to Lionel, and we see him develop more relationships. Yeah, he's really getting in touch with the AP group and just being more aware of himself. Will we see more of that theme, because he's part of the wealthy, privileged kids? So will we see him kind of go deeper into the Black Association?
Deeper into the what reservation?
The association.
Yeah, so how does, by ramification, so is Troy still the president? Is he still the head of CORE after he just vandalized property? Without spoiling anything, all that is addressed, and how the other black students feel about Troy, how Troy feels about himself is definitely explored. There's no going back, and for Troy to try to continue down that path of the golden boy just doesn't feel authentic, and so it's really about him now. What path do you take, and how are you sure of that path when you've never been allowed to explore your passions? All that, yeah, we get into all of that for sure.
The themes that we go through, the season goes through, the theme that you guys go through will be oppression, the sunken place. There's so many different themes that you guys have. Police brutality, blackness question, and everything, white privilege. What themes will your character go through?
I guess if you want to call it the sunken place, although the definition seems to have varied amongst people, but I think just identity again is a huge one, obviously. Loyalty, relationships, love, and self-acceptance is a big one for Troy this season, so yeah.
And then will we see him, because he gave up women, will we see him kind of have a new relationship, maybe?
Oh, he didn't give up women. He dives deeper into that world, and but again, not without consequence. It's like he's doing these things and participating in his indulgences as a coping mechanism. And so, what do women even mean to you? Are they just creatures for your pleasure? What do women actually mean to you? And we really explore that this season.
I'm not gonna see him with Nakia again, right?
I don't want to spoil nothing. I don't want to spoil anything. No, he's definitely with some. It's not as relationship heavy as it was with Coco, but Troy's a mess, man. It's a mess. You'll see. It's a mess.
Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing his story and his journey, and hopefully an evolution.
Oh yeah, there's no question. He one of the metaphors that I dealt with for Troy and we explored with some of the writers and the show creator, showrunner was rising from the ashes. We really break and deconstruct Troy down, man. It's
I broke him down last season, so.
oh, it's going even heavier. It's tink, 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 crumble completely. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely talking to you.
Likewise.
Such a big fan.
You get to see it?
Yes. I'm gonna.